Zebras in America song breakdown. Let's start with this bit, which is a Freddy Got Fingered sample from the cartoon that the main character makes called Zebras in America. It shows the pilot, and so I used from some audio from that. So that's like the theme song bit. So this is when the main character of the animation is being dragged down the road with his teeth, and it's being ground down, but yeah, so I chopped the end off and I repeated it. It's a very small chop. It's a very glitch effect. Yeah, it's like buffering or something. But it's still kind of rhythmic, I guess, so it's a good base for the main bit of the song. And then in this bit, I don't know why it looks like that, but it still sounds the same. Then there's another sample which just interrupts the song. Yeah, you get the gist. And then it just carries on. That's all it does. It's just that and samples. It is extremely distorted. It has clip distortion with heat stroke, bit crusher, rough crunch, and channel EQ just boosting the mids, I think that would be the mids, or maybe the low end, I'm not sure. But without these, it just sounds like, yeah, it just sounds like a normal clip from a movie. So, goodbye. Then this, yeah, there's a kind of creepy chord, which it's like doom, impending doom. It's just a C. But it's creepy and it's gritty, and it adds kind of suspense. I don't know. Yeah, it's like dread. I don't know. But this is enhanced with the heat stroke, clip distortion, rough crunch, bit crusher, and okay, it has the same effects as audio 1, but so without these, oh, it still sounds extremely creepy because it's old VHS tape synth, and the note is very low, and it has that fuzzy kind of, yeah, that fuzzy effect to it, which sounds really good. I really like it. This comes back later. This is a very complicated song. Oh yeah, there's another sample. I don't know how to go about doing this because there's so much. The outro with the VHS synth. It's a really dumb sample. It just makes it sound really creepy and dramatic, even though it's nothing. And then yeah. Yep, okay, yeah, the end is just repeated and like glitched by, yeah, the very thin chopping and repeating. Yeah, it's just dumb, but yeah, it's just, yeah. Then there's the main melody riff thing, which is the best part of the song. And it is made from Zebras in America samples, or Freddy Got Fingered samples. It's just from the same clip. So it's chopped up, some parts are repeated. Same concept as chopping up a break, except it's just a random thing. But without distortion and everything, without the effects, it sounds really different.
Hi, my name is Samina.
Oh yeah, there's a reverse effect at the end and a little bit of chopping. Yeah. But it uses channel EQ boosting the mids, bit crusher, rough crunch, and keystroke. It's the same thing again, but I think the EQ might be a little bit different. But this just repeats throughout this verse and this verse, the two verses, and that's all it does. Yeah. Then the drums. These are the drums in the verses. It's like an amen break chop again. Ooh. This glitch effect is very finely chopped, so it adds like frequencies. I don't know, it makes it sound like a note, which I really like that. Everything's just glitched and distorted, basically. That's the theme. This only uses clip distortion, Behemoth, and Bit Crusher, 4-bit classic, so not much. Let's see what it sounds like. It already sounds a little bit glitchy. I don't know what the name of that like sound is called. Very compressed maybe, but has an interesting sound. I think it adds to the song. I think it matches with all the like glitch themage of the song. It has a very interesting and unique sound. Yeah, this repeats. It's just a loop for the first verse and the second verse. Yeah, and then the second verse is where things start getting a bit interesting, start getting a bit varied. It introduces the drop kick, which is just a kick. That's a very long tail, but it's, yeah, just a kick line with a simple melody. It's kind of like in the other song as well. But this one has a compressor, channel EQ boosting the highs a lot, whoa, and bring down the lows as well. And Bit Crusher, rough crunch. So what did it sound like without these? Okay, just basic. I think yeah, it's very just a sharp sound, but that channel EQ, this crazy boost in high end, it makes it like swirl and like drag on for ages. So I'm not going to play it again, but that's a really cool effect to do just with EQ. So this is kind of on the, I don't know, it's not on the offbeat, it's on the normal beat. You can barely hear it. And there's also this bending lead. So it's just a loop with the same like rhythm, melody, but different notes. I think it's in the key of C. I think everything's in the key of C. But the bending lead makes the notes go, it makes the notes bend. So it adds more texture. I guess it's a different effect. Also, it sounds like sirens. It has that kind of, this part is more like rave sounding, with the kick and the lead introduced. It uses Bit Crusher, 8-bit classic, clip distortion with Blaze preset, and chroma verb for that siren reverb. Yeah, it sounds kind of stupid without all the effect. Yeah, it sounds very atmospheric, like a siren or something. And then all the distorted, different Freddy Got Fingered bits and drums all go away, and we're left with the midis, all the midis. So yeah, all the audio's gone except for the sample, and it just repeats and changes. This end bit has some effects on it, but it doesn't show, and I don't know why. Is it? But yeah, this has some automation on it, so it's less harsh when it comes in. Oh yeah, so it like kind of fades in. I think this effect comes from it being turned up so high on this sidebar, because it's so distorted and like compressed. I think it just, when it's a high volume, it just completely, it cracks. It can't hold itself together anymore, so it falls apart, and in the end it just drags on with the kick tail, and that's how it ends. Now let's look at the vocals. I recorded these on my phone really unenthusiastically. I envisioned this to be like something like Alec Empire, like really kind of passionate, aggressive shouting, like yeah, but I was too nervous and shy, and yeah, I just recorded myself just talking at my phone basically. So not a very good vocal take, and yeah, the distortion is a lot, so somewhat so it matches with the song, and somewhat so I just hide my vocals as much as possible. It's literally ear rape. Oh. Yeah, I also did a lot of chopping and slicing and stuff to the vocals. Again, somewhat for stylistic purposes, and also just to hide when I pronounced something weird or just sounded bad. So as you just heard, I like cut the ends off of some parts, and also add like a glitch effects to some parts as well. Yeah, now it's all chopped up and kind of disjointed. Yeah, these parts, I don't remember what I'm saying. The presidency is full of lies. Oh yeah, presidency is full of lies. But the way I said it was just, it just sounded posh, so I just cut it up so you can hear me. Yeah. For the effects, I used Dusty Drive, Clip Distortion, Chroma Glow, Squeeze, and 8-bit Downshift, Bit Crusher. So without these.
CI, break the wall, fuck tradition, fuck it all, don't open the door. The presidency is full of lies from the top.
Yeah, you can also hear me go that. Was it called sibilance or something?
The president's.
The presidency. I don't know if you can actually hear that with all the distortion.
The presidency is.
Not really. So yeah, it's a little bit different the second time round. There's more chopping, just to make it more interesting. I didn't want it to be the exact same thing. And the more the song goes on, the more it kind of devolves into, like, just gets more crazy. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of chopping and repeating and for the end, because there weren't that many lyrics, I just repeated the last line and just like added. Yeah, a lot of chopping and repeating and stuff, just to drag it out basically, and just to also make it more interesting, so it's not just the same thing repeating over and over. There's also this thing, which was me getting mad at something, but I just kept it in because it was just funny, and you can't really hear it. So yeah, with the other vocals, yeah, but with everything else, it sounds it kind of works. Yeah, it makes it more aggressive. Yeah, that's the song. I don't. Let me check if there's any. Oh yeah, what's this? Oh yeah, on the tape synth, when there'll be some next to each other, I made it, what's it called? Increase in volume a little bit on the automation, so that it's all like one big note and not lots of little disjointed notes. Oh yeah, I think I decreased the volume here a bit. I don't really know. Yeah, that should be it. So for the mastering, I had a limiter because everything's very distorted and loud. Had to limit it. And AI mastering as usual. I boosted the volume a little bit, and I had it to be transparent. I increased the loudness, so yeah, this just makes it more clear. The mids are brought down, the bass is boosted, and so is the high end, so that it's more clear. So this is it without mastering a limiter, and this is it with. Yeah, it's more quiet, it's actually listenable, it's not just noise. Yeah, so that was Zebras in America.